Welcome to the Fiji Deaf Ministry. The ministry has 3 parts. This is the Gospel School for the Deaf, opened in the mid-1990s. Until then, Fiji had no deaf school. This purpose-built building was completed in 1999. Children come to this school at a range of ages. It is not uncommon for a 10-year-old to arrive with little language and no previous schooling. Some children arrive before their 5th birthday. A few express themselves by throwing things and having tantrums. The young ones quickly learn to fit in and communicate through sign. Most children live in a hostel. The 3 hostels are the second part of the ministry. Here the kids are soon joining in family life and taking their part in doing hostel duties. In the school, they are taught more new things and they start to read and write. Most important of all, the children learn that they are loved and wanted, and that God has made them, and they all have things they can contribute. Some of the children are precious in their own families. Mum and Dad will visit often and take classes to learn sign language. Not all parents do this. Some do not collect their children at the end of term. There are high rates of deafness in the Pacific, most commonly caused by childhood illnesses. In 1990, most deaf children stayed in their villages. Many were easily abused and looked down on as being cursed. Some went to a school for the handicapped where they learnt a few signs, but the focus was on learning through lip reading. For a number of children, the Fiji Deaf Ministry is now their primary family. There are currently 43 children living in the hostels. 63 children attend the GSD. This family is led by hostel aunties and uncles and the school staff. A number of the staff are deaf themselves. As the children get older, the 3rd part of the ministry, the Christian Fellowship for Deaf, takes an increasing role in supporting the young people. The CFD was the first Fijian club for deaf. It began in 1991. Today they run a club for teenagers and a Bible study group for adults. There are regular camps, and the CFD leaders do their best to visit and encourage the deaf once they leave school. A current project is to get funding for a paid staff member to support young deaf into work. The Fiji Deaf Ministry is principally funded by donations. The Ministry Trust Board is Fiji-based and led but includes representatives from New Zealand and the US. This is an international ministry. The founder was from New Zealand. The first qualified teachers came from Nigeria. The first director came from America with his wife. Together they developed the school curriculum. Little by little, with many people contributing from all around the world, some for short term and some for long, there has been significant progress. Some deaf are now going into high school and on to tertiary education. Some pursue a vocational route. Finding work is very hard. Returning home to villages, some on outlying islands, is often very lonely. The ministry is looking at setting up a farm run by deaf, its profits to be a source of income for the farmers and a source of welfare for the wider deaf community. The ministry is developing. A major highlight in November 2019 was the video translation of the Gospel of Mark into Fijian Sign Language. With deaf living and working together, learning signed English, and learning more about the world, they have developed their own language. It is now a language rich enough to begin translating the Bible. From its beginnings, several students have come to the GSD from other Pacific countries. In 2019, a school in Vanuatu sent one of their teachers to learn how to teach the deaf. She is back with 4 deaf students to live in a hostel and to study in the school. We pray and plan that in a few years Vanuatu will have their own schooling for the deaf, and their own sign language will be developing. The beliefs and aims of the ministry keep us moving forward. We want every deaf child and adult in the South Pacific to learn that they are not alone, that there is a God who loves them excessively, and that they have things to contribute in their communities and in their countries.